All right, it's 2 o'clock, and I want to be sensitive of everybody's time, but obviously we're excited that Mr. Burns had a big announcement this morning. DJ, I'll kick it to you first, just for some. Yes, Corey, you do have recording permissions. DJ and I both approved that. DJ, I'll just kick it to you for initial comments, thoughts. Obviously, we're really excited to have you back at NC State, but would love to hear a little bit more from you. That's why we're all here.
Oh man, I just like to start by saying thank you guys, Pack Nation and everyone around. Supporting has been, everything. It's made the experience so fun that I wanted to come back and do another year, having the possibility, I can't say that going into the beginning of the year and when I first came here that was the plan, but it's been such a great experience that it's something that, I'm blessed to be able to do again and looking forward to, and very thankful for all these opportunities and, to be a part of NC State as a whole. That's pretty much it.
That's awesome, DJ. I just have one quick question before we kick it off to our friends in the media. Your career has been an interesting one in the way that you've had some COVID and pandemic. You've had the beginning of NIL, because NIL was not legal when you started your college career. So it's been an interesting 4 or 5 years. But I'd love to hear from you now that NIL is legal, what that's meant to you personally and as part of your career here at NC State specifically.
Man, it's been everything, just having the opportunity to be able to capitalize on what we go so hard for, trying to make it not only to the next level, but, bringing it to the fans. And now that they're able to interact in a way that's very different and, not what we're used to, being on both sides of it, I think it's a great thing for college athletes to have this now and be able to experience it. And it's just awesome, man. I haven't seen, at least from my end, anything negative about it other than, some people may not, work as hard when they start to focus on trying to make money and everything like that. But, that's not a problem for me. So I can't say in my experience, but it's just been great. It's been awesome.
That's great. Well, I appreciate that, DJ. If anybody in the media has a question, feel free to jump in, please.
DJ Brian Murphy with WRAL. The roster around you looks like it's going to be quite a bit different in next season. Have you gotten a sense of what that roster is going to look like, and what are you excited about on the court next season?
Oh man, we got a lot of great pieces coming in. And we still got all the guys who were here this year with us and helping us make our runs. Sure, we got guys like Ben and DJ and Jaden. Just some dogs coming in. I feel like it's going to be a continuation of picking up where we started last year. I don't think there will be too much of a drop off, if any at all. It might even go forward from the way it's looking right now. Yeah, that's about it. We got some more things, people we want to go after. But as far as where we're at right now, it's already looking nice. Very, very, very promising.
James, you raised your hand. I'll go to you next.
Yeah, DJ, when did you finalize your decision, and what was it like letting the coaches know that?
Oh man, it was a couple weeks ago. I don't remember the exact date. Probably about 3, maybe 4 weeks ago. Honestly, everything that went into it was really just who would be my teammates. There was a few things, between the team that, we talked about. And after viewing everything and just really thinking about how this year's gone and how I have the opportunity to not only extend myself from a basketball perspective, but also getting the degree that I'm working towards while being here as well. It just felt like the right move, And with NIL being a part of it now, there's not really a rush to try to go and do pro right away. That's something that is the ultimate goal, but I want to make sure I'm ready 100% when we step onto that field.
And I just had a quick follow-up. You also released your merch line today. How much of a say did you have in your design? There you go, your design, your logo. How much of a role did you play in all of that?
Honestly, they allowed me to do a lot of it. Pretty much most of it. I gave them the ideas, and he kept shooting. They were very great about getting back to me fast, and they shot me all of the ideas, and they sent me several different options and allowed me to choose from that. And that was everything. I laid out the blueprint, and they made it happen, and it went really well. It went better than I thought it would, honestly.
Appreciate it, DJ.
I'll just add to that, James, for a little bit of background. DJ was great to work with, and we, Blueprint Sports, as you guys know, I work for Blueprint Sports, which is a sports agency that manages collectives around the country. We partnered with a sports marketing agency called Uncommon, and we had 3 calls with DJ. We had a first kind of initial, get to know you, and then they presented some concepts to DJ, and then we came up with the final iterations on the colorway that he's wearing right now on the hoodie, and then the black T-shirt. But I think it was a great collaborative effort, and the group from Uncommon really looked to DJ for the inspiration. They didn't have anything pre-canned or preset. And just to tease it a little bit more, we'll have some more stuff coming through the summer, right, DJ?
Yes, sir. We got that.
Go.
We're working on that right now. We're going to bring out all the stops for this, man. It's been an amazing experience, and I want to make it the best that I possibly can for the fans. You guys support us, and it's do way more than we could ask for.
DJ, I wanted to ask you as well about just in particular, what made you want to start your own clothing line and have these types of designs as a part of your NIL?
Honestly, it's something that I've always wanted to do, but I've always wanted to do more, simple things, stuff that younger people would wear, my age, and then stuff that also would appeal to older crowds as well. We really just wanted to make it something comfortable and something cool, something that people want to wear, not just when they're going into a basketball game or something, but like something you can wear every day, and just something, that represents our brand as well. And we found the perfect way to make those two things mix. It was awesome.
As a quick follow-up to that, I wanted to ask you about the Adidas deal too that was announced. I mean, working with Adidas, what has that meant to you as well?
Oh man, it's been phenomenal. The way they handle things, they make it so easy for you to get the job done. They're very easy to work with, and they make it, cater it to you. I didn't have to do anything out of the ordinary in order to, work with them. And honestly, it was a smooth experience, and I definitely want to work with them moving forward and continue that.
Rob, you've got your hand raised. You go.
All right, DJ, a lot of the critique or worry about NIL in the beginning was that it would make players become individualistic. What ways have you found, if any, that it has made it something where you can bond and connect with your teammates?
Honestly, I haven't had that experience at all. Working with my teammates, we do NIL things on our own together, like I just did with Earn and T. We did the V's Pizza thing where we had the meet and greet, and we did one at the Brick House. That was an awesome event. That was involving our whole team. So, it's just little things that we can do. We're working on a thing with Yoke, the gaming company. We're doing that. We just started a team club there. So it's very inclusive if you know what you're doing and you move about things the right way. It's something for everyone. So I haven't had that experience at all.
You'll also see some photos of Jaquavion Smith and Jarkel Joyner wearing DJ's shirt later today, just as a little heads up. So we've got some shirts out to those guys. So they're fully supportive of what DJ's got going on. Is now they've passing the torch down to Mr. Burns to be the leader of next year's team. So Egan, I think you had your hand raised. You shoot.
Yeah. So DJ, going through that decision process of coming back, how much did NIL have an impact in that final decision?
I wouldn't say that it had much of an impact. Well, I can't say it had zero impact. It had some, but honestly, I love the atmosphere that I'm in. It's a place where I can grow and get everything that I need to do done. I can work on my degree, and I love my teammates. Those my guys have become my guys over the past year. So, just getting to know those guys even more and expanding as a family. It's been everything that you could ask for. Who wouldn't want to come back?
Awesome. James, you go.
Yeah, DJ, I know at the end of the off season you mentioned even if it wasn't going pro, just some things you wanted to work on was maybe getting your body more in shape. Is that something you've already kind of started on here in the off season, preparing for next year?
Yes, sir. We've been working real hard at it. I've been got with Coach Murph and Miss Jessie, our nutritionist, and we've been working at it hard. There's a lot of changes that have been made, and I think over time you'll start to see it. The more now that I'm made the announcement, we'll be posting more on the Pack page, and you'll get to see the transformation as it's happening. It's awesome. It's going to be something I think the Pack fans will enjoy for sure.
Rob, you've got your hand up.
Yes, sir. DJ, could you just speak to what the value that the Pack of Wolves has brought to your college experience?
They've made it awesome. it's also, I would say, one of the biggest things for me is that they've set it up in a way that it's allowed me to grow my platform. Being able to bring more awareness to, the things that we have going on and the things that they brought for as far as setting up things for us and making it engagement with students and engagement with the community. They've really put us in a light, and it's been awesome. The experiences that we've gotten here is some stuff that I never thought I would have experienced in college. And Pack of Wolves are the people who got that started for me this year. Without them, I don't think I would have been able to open that door as big as we did.
Awesome. Thank you. Corey, you're up.
DJ, I wanted to ask you, because you look back at last year and you talked about it a little bit earlier, but how much the fan base has embraced you. I mean, have you ever felt, a love like the way that NC State fans have embraced you over the last year before even announcing your return today?
Yeah. I'd say it was definitely, I felt something similar when I was at Winthrop, but I can't say that it was been anything like this, just watching it, from my first game where there was only a couple thousand people to having every single the last stretch of our games, it was all sold out, just watching it grow. It's like, they kind of grew with me as I did, as getting used to being here, and they've embraced us, and it's been a crazy experience. I'd say I don't go too much of anywhere without seeing someone that's a Pack fan. And that's the great thing about being in Raleigh, man. It's always love out here.
And lastly, from me, what are your goals for this upcoming year? Obviously you have an off-season plan of where you want to get to, but what are your personal goals for next year?
Honestly, I'm going to get my body in tip-top shape and be ready to, crush anything in front of me. That's first and foremost. And honestly, getting this degree this upcoming year, that's going to be very important for me as well. And then from there, it's pretty much just continuing to set up the platform for, after college. That's why we go to college, is to prepare ourselves for life. So I'm still taking that all in as a part of an experience. I've gotten a little more time here with basketball being a part of it to help with that. So it's going to be awesome. I can't wait.
Appreciate you, GJ.
Brian, your turn.
Sure.
Yeah, I appreciate it. DJ, you've talked about sort of remolding your body a couple times. I wonder if you could give us any specifics. What would you play at last year? What would you like to play at this year? And how might that impact, what you're able to do on the court?
Yeah. I played at 275 this year. I just want to mostly focusing on toning that up, getting down a couple pounds and really just being in tip-top shape, getting back to dunking on people and doing things like that. That's what you should expect this upcoming season. That's what we're on.
Awesome. Anybody got any last questions for Mr. Burns? All right, guys. Well, I appreciate the time, DJ. Thank you and congratulations. And we're glad to have you back with the Pack and the Pack of Wolves one more year, my friend.
Yes, sir. Thank you. I'm very thankful to be here.
Thanks,
Thank
everybody.
you.
I'll get the recording out via email back to everybody in the group so you have it. I've got it right here, so I'll email it out. But if you have any questions, just email me and we'll make sure you get what you need.
Thank you for your
Thanks, Chris.
time, sir.
Appreciate it.
Thanks, everybody.
Thanks, Chris.
See ya.
Thanks, CJ.
Bye.